Welcome back to another episode of JJ Speed Shop. We're going to be working on a 69 Roadrunner. I think we showed you a little clip at the end of the last video. And we're gonna inspect it, go through it, pressure wash it, clean it, and see how bad it is, how good it is, rack it up on the lift, and take a look at the underside, and then come up with a plan on how we're going to make it go vroom vroom, and then we're gonna beep 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 beep. We got a 440 that we built a few years ago. We got to go through that, make sure that still is good.
Floors look good, trunk looks good so far.
So far, just as a quick little glance, but we're gonna pressure wash it and really get it down into the nitty gritty because it's covered in mud. So we'll see. Come on. Got the car set up over here, the pressure washer going, and we're just gonna kind of try to clean some of this out of here. It looks pretty good so far though. Mimi. Well, we finished pressure washing. We're gonna roll it in the shop and put it up on the lift. We got 2 tables full of just trim and stuff that was sitting on the inside that we got to go through and kind of play Tetris and see what goes where. But first glances, the floor looks like it was replaced. The trunk pan looks like it was replaced. Kind of okay-ish, but I mean it's good enough for us. Looks okay. Now you can kind of see the actual color that it was. Right, in this door jamb. It's like a dark red, pretty color called Scorch Red R6. Neat. All right, we're gonna throw it in the shop and we'll check back when it's up on the lift. All right, we are back in the shop after pressure washing. We're gonna rack it up on the lift and take a look at the frame rails. We suspect they're not great, so we're gonna take a look and see how this all goes. The floors look okay, the trunk looks okay, but when we were loading it up before we bought it, we kind of saw a couple of Swiss cheesy looking stuff, so we're gonna check, make sure it's okay. All right, hit her up.
You got switch.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, that's not good.
So the rear end, springs aren't hooked up in the back. Oh boy.
Alright. You gotta see this. Wait a minute. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
No. No, it's not.
Did they just not hook them up, or?
Okay.
I mean, the hole's not bad. The frame behind it's not too bad. A little bit of corrosion. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Why is the rear end not in it? The holes are still there. They look okay. There's a petrified bushing in one of them. Oh, that side's really not good. Another petrified bushing. That hole looks okay. I'm getting Camaro flashbacks.
So, right here.
Oh,
bad.
That's not good either.
Yeah, there's been some rat action in there.
Oh, that's why that rusted away.
Yeah.
All that mouse piece sitting in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks good.
It starts rotting back here. Okay.
Well, I'll go back 2 feet of it or so. I mean, this all looks pretty good. The floor looks okay. That, you didn't see that. Don't look at that either. Nope, not yet. Cross member,
She's rusty.
yeah. Good old Midwest cars. Huh.
A Hamtrak car, so
There's one.
it's been in Michigan at some point.
That's weird.
What?
There's one subframe connector. Why would they do that?
See what it is when you're launching,
Yeah.
the right side frame twists and the left one don't on a Mopar.
Oh yeah. Mhm. But that
It
frame
is-
rail looks solid. That looks pretty good.
It does.
This
Need back the pad up a little
Oh,
bit. I don't
that's-
like the way it's sitting.
that's not
Drop
so
it
good
back
either.
Yeah, it's a little bit forward. Oh,
Eh. We can just lift that side up. Ain't too bad. The patch floor had patch in it at some point. It's done okay-ish. But the rest of this, see, there's the end of that patch. But the rest of this looks factory. Why did they cut a hole there? Or just put a line with a torch? What's that for? There's 2 of them. Maybe an aftermarket shifter or something?
yeah, it's weird.
That is weird. But the rest of the floor's in there still. On a rusty scale, we're at a 7 out of 10, I think.
Is 10 being rustiest?
Yeah.
I'd say 6. I'd say the Camaro was more like an 8.
That's
I mean, it's rusty. But
that's
not-
pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's got pretty rotten rockers.
Okay, 7.5.
That fender's not the greatest. It's not too bad, but it's not great.
I guess I'm looking at ease of. I mean,
Why
should be
is
pretty
this-
easy to fix a lot of this stuff. They make everything.
Why is
That's
this frame
not-
rail green?
Huh?
Car is red, right?
Yeah. Has it been replaced?
I think so. It's done okay. Yeah, it's definitely green. You can't really tell that it was done. It's kind of boogered down here, but that's a pretty solid job, I would say. That hood's really nice underneath.
You know why I'm pulling all this out, right?
Why?
Because when we start cutting on this,
That's going to cause fire.
yeah. Yeah.
So-
Speaking of fire, what do you think of my shoes?
Oh, are those the ones?
Uh-huh, that's them. I wear them just for, you know, sympathy.
So, what do you think we're going to do?
All right, so
Think we should buy a whole frame rail, or?
no.
'Cause I mean, I think those spring importing kits
Yep.
kind of replace all that.
We go right here. We could do those.
We did that on the Charger years ago.
Patch this in here because it goes right in here or somewhere. I
I can
think
get right here.
right here,
That's where it all starts.
and that's where it's rusted.
Yeah.
So we could patch it. We could patch it, clean the rest of it up. See where we're at. We may need to do a little more work back here.
Just like a 2x4 of
Two
metal,
by,
or
2x4, 2x6.
something
Maybe we'll go
like
out to Shapiro's and get some metal.
that. Yeah. If you're in the St. Louis area, definitely go to Shapiro's. That place is pretty sweet.
It's yeah, they have everything.
It is a real deal old school metal shop.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, she's
a little rough.
a little rough.
Not.
Definitely wash my hands when I get done with this.
I mean, it's fixable.
Nah,
It's not
fixable.
too far gone.
It's a '69 Roadrunner.
I mean, and we're not going to do a full-on restoration quality. It is what it is. They
Yeah.
made a bunch of these.
We're gonna fix the holes, make it structural, and throw an engine in it.
Yeah, $70,000. It could be yours. Just kidding.
What engine we gonna throw in it?
That old 440 sitting over there.
Nasty 440.
He's gonna probably start tackling the stuff he's good at, the metal stuff. I'm not good. I'm not a professional at that. And I'm gonna take apart that engine and make sure it's still good. We built it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We'll just pop open the heads, take a look inside, make sure everything's still okay. If it's light surface rust or whatever, we can put a dingle ball hole in it or something. Well, excuse me. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's not that bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not that bad. I don't think it really deserves a full restoration back to factory quality, but it'll be a cool, ratty muscle car.
No. It's a 383 car.
It's a 383 car. It's not an A12 440 6-pack or Hemi car or anything, but it is a Roadrunner, and it deserves to be fixed, saved.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we're gonna put a plan together on how to, do that.
Somebody loved this car. I mean, they took it apart, all the trims and plastic bags.
Oh yeah, we forgot to show you all the.
It's
I mean, boxes and boxes of trim and harness, and somebody took it apart to restore it years ago, and I guess they just never did.
They labeled it, here's a windshield wiper, but still, they labeled it, but it's probably 30 years old. I don't know how long this car's been apart.
Man,
But they took it apart. They wanted to make it nice, and
it looks like a relatively low mile car.
that's a bummer. Yeah.
The cluster said 30,000. It's probably 130,000, which is a lot for old cars, but really it's not that. It's not a whole hell of a lot. Somebody probably took it back and forth to the grocery store in Michigan and it just rotted away.
Like everything does.
All right, we're gonna put it on the ground, or not put it on the ground. All right, I'm gonna start digging into that, and he's gonna assess the total damage back there.
Yep. Do some cutting.
All right, I'm gonna set up the camera over here and start tearing into that. All right, so here's the old 440 we built 10, 12, 11 something years ago.
You were just a baby.
I was just a little baby. It's supposed to be pretty rowdy. At the time, they weren't making 440 pistons that much. This is the last set of high compression standard bore pistons, forged pistons. If I remember right, it's pretty close to zero decked. But the problem is, this engine's been back and forth to California. When I lived there, I have never put spark plugs in the holes, so the cylinders have just been open, which is, that's what you want to do, actually. It's really good for them. At the very minimum, it's gonna have a bunch of dirt and stuff in there, so gotta clean that out.
Oh, it's not bad. There's some grit on the cam.
Yeah, we'll have to clean, well, at least it's not corroded.
No.
Well, a little bit, the lifter bores.
You gonna pull the heads off?
Yeah, I am.
Right on. What kind of head gaskets can you get for the big block Mopars? I know you have the MLS gaskets for LS and turbo cars and that, but is there anything that will...
I mean, you can get Cometics. You can get multi-layered steel.
Okay. And they're better. I mean, they're all around better, right?
Yeah, they're just expensive. I don't know if you really need it, because we're not going to put boost to it or anything.
This was a standard bore forged piston engine, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was factory forged, because it's a 77, but we ended up getting a crank somehow.
The steel crank?
Yeah, it's a steel crank.
Is it real?
Yeah, we have a steel crank in this.
Oh, that's so awesome. That makes all of the balancing solutions better, right?
Yeah. I think so. I don't know. We'll have to double check.
Yeah.
I think per the,
No, I think it is.
it's the counterweights. That's how you can tell, right? The counterweights look different.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna pop these heads off, make sure we didn't destroy it.
Steel cranks are out here, right?
Yes.
The forged cranks,
Yes.
not forged, but the cast cranks look nicer. They look more professional. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's weird.
Ooh, my eyeball is perfect. It's always a game to guess what bolt size it is by your eyeballs. The gaskets really shouldn't be sealed on there, right? I don't want the reason this engine has an issue because we didn't spend $50 worth of. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. You got it?
Grab your camera. Yep.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Look at that. There's nothing wrong with
How
it.
does this look?
Phenomenal. We'll probably still pop the other one off just to make double sure.
Make double sure.
Yeah, make double sure. I mean, there's some poop in it, but I don't think that would have caused any issues.
That's a great thing, isn't it?
That's such a thing of relief. Look at that.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna pop the other side off.
Standard bore, sealed power, forged pistons.
What's the number on them? 10126 Papa Alpha 11 Alpha
L.
or L
2359.
Yeah, L2355F. Yep. Standard STD. Wait a minute. It's the only time you actually want to see STD. Maybe we'll get that parts washer up and running. Put these in there, clean them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll figure out what we want to put in there.
Just some degreaser, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how strong those motors are. Oh. There's some grit in it, but there is no corrosion. Starting a little bit right here. It might be just like a
3,000 RPM wouldn't take care of.
no. Hell, 500 RPM would take care of that. Yeah, these boards are beautiful. That is such a relief.
We've sprayed it.
We did.
We've sprayed it several times, Joe.
And I'm pretty sure we lubed that cam again. What do you guys put in parts washers for, like, engine parts? Just Purple Power or Simple Green or something like that? Or is there anything better, worse? I don't know. Leave a comment below. We'd like to know. We need a oil pump dry shaft. There's not one in it. And I don't think there's a thing for the fuel pump either. I don't feel one, at least. And just keep fingering this hole though. See if I can find it. Alright. Order a gasket set and take it all the way apart again. Make sure, check bearing clearances and pull one cap, make sure it's good, and put it back. Alright.
Clarence.
Ooh, we spooged this thing at one point. I don't remember popping it off, but it's been popped off at some point.
I don't think we ever put it on.
Huh?
I think we should put it on once.
None of the bolts are in it.
No.
I don't remember taking it off. Do you?
No. Weird.
Oh, you know what it was? Those bolts were sitting in the back of the flywheel and we tried to turn it over. And we freaked out and pulled the pan. That was, what, 2 years ago? Well, it spins.
Okay.
Slather it in oil.
Yep.
Start it up. It'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe take the caps off. Look.
Mains or rods?
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful. It's just really gooey. It's old assembly lube from...
Yeah, from whenever.
Oh, that's fine.
What?
They're fine. So after about 47 times in and out of, on the bench grinder and back and forth, a little patch go in this cross member here.
Yep. And fill it in. Weld it real good. Then we're gonna, this where it pops up on the other side, we're gonna.
Have you met our friend the Hammer?
The hammer time.
You can get that welded
up in
in.
there. Yep. That'll be good.
Cross member saved.
Yep.
Well, this side of it. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we ran out of gas, but we got her tacked in place and kind of.
Just roughed in.
Yep, roughed in right now.
Looks a lot better than it did.
We'll tap and grind and get it to where it won't even look like it was there. Chip food style.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And we went through this engine over here. You saw a little bit of it, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. We put the cylinder heads back on, just kind of sit on, sprayed some coil down in there. The cam looks, oh, that's about the worst part. The cam has a little bit of pitting on it, and they're pretty notorious for flattening themselves. Flat tappets are junk, but it is what it is. But well, that's gonna wrap it up. Wow, here we go. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. We're gonna continue working on this '69 Roadrunner. It's a little rough, but it's not as bad as we thought it was gonna be. Actually, it's a little worse than we thought, but that's okay.
Cut the rust out, make it structural, make it to where the 440 won't twist it in half. And
then obviously put a big block in it and lay patch for as long as we can possibly do.
Yes. And we're saving the car.
We are.
This 69 Roadrunner. Yep.
It is what it is. All right, AMF. And if you like Mopars and muscle cars, please subscribe. That's pretty much all we like to do, except for our buddy Doug. He's building a drift car back here, which you're gonna see a lot of here shortly. But other than that, and maybe some other stuff. But besides that, we're mostly muscle car guys. So stay tuned, subscribe. See you later.